chaps. Our next method is called distillation. What is distillation? You can see quite a complicated kit here. I will go through and explain it all. So I've got water. Okay, so you've got water in this. This is called a conical flask. Remember, there's a lot of technical terms we need to remember. This is a beaker. This is a conical flask, and this is a round bottom flask. Okay. Now I'm going to add a little bit of salt. Okay. So you know how well you can see. I'm going to add a little bit of salt to this water. Okay. You can see there's salt here. Give it a little stir. If I was a bit more organized, I would have something to stir it with. But now I've got salt here. Salty solution. Now, before, when we wanted the salt, we just evaporated the water. Right? We evaporate the water, we got the salt. But what if is what I want really is the water? So imagine I've got some seawater, saline water, salty water. I can't drink it, that's not good for me. But I want to get the pure water out of it. I want to be able to drink it. What I need to do is distill it. And this is distillation. Okay? How does that work? What I'm going to do, I'm going to explain what we'll do. And then I will do it. Okay? It will be a bit more difficult to video what am I doing. Okay? I might even have to send you a little video of it because it's going to be difficult. But let me explain what I'm going to be doing. So I've got the solution, the salty solution here in the conical flask. I'm going to heat it. You can see heat is going to heat up here. I've got a gas stove underneath and a stand. This thing I call the stand. These two are called the stand. They're just holding things together. So what will happen to the water? It will evaporate. All right? It will evaporate. The vapor, water vapor, will go through this. This thing is called a bung, or a stopper. Okay? And the vapor will go through this thing, which is called, can you see this tube? It's called a delivery tube. Okay? The salt, which has much higher melting point, will stay there. So the salt will remain here. The vapor, water vapor, the gas will go through the delivery tube. Okay? Okay? You can see the delivery tube. And it will go over to this gadget, which we call a Liebig condenser. Say it again, Liebig condenser. What is this Liebig condenser? Or we can just call it a condenser. That's not a problem. Well, the condenser does, as its name suggests, it condenses the vapor, because we're going to have liquid vapor, or not liquid, water vapor going through this condenser. We want to condense it back to liquid water. So we need to cool the water vapor. It will go through it, cool down, and eventually will drip from here into our beaker. And hopefully here we'll collect some pure water. Okay? How does the condenser cool the water vapor? Well, what we use is water. So we're going to pass water through the condenser to cool down the water vapor. But we can't mix the water we pass through the condenser with the water that goes through the condenser, if you know what I mean. So the condenser, I hope you guys can see it, has really two bits. It has an inside, you can see the shape, it's like a shape of a cylinder. It has a cylinder in the middle, which is really in the middle here, where the water vapor goes through. Okay, it goes through here, through the middle bit. Okay, and then there is a space between that cylinder and the big cylinder. So there's a space, a gap. The water vapor goes through the middle to the center, and in between the outer bit and the inner bit there is some space, and I'm going to fill it with water. So you can see this tube here. Okay, if I go over with this tube, okay, I'll just spin you around a little bit, and you can see that I'm connected to the sink, to the tap. So water will go through here, through this orangey tube. Okay, it will get to here, and it will go around the container where the water vapor goes through, and then it will go back from here and pour into the sink. Okay, and it will hopefully cool our water. Shall we give it a go? Okay, I'll just pause it here, get started in a minute. Okay, let's give it a go. So I'm heating, you can see heating the water here, it's starting to boil. Okay, the idea is that the evaporated water, the vapor, will go through this delivery tube. Okay, over coming to this side. Move you a little bit. We'll get to inside our condenser here. Already water is flowing through from the outside bit, cooling the water vapor that will hopefully collect here. And we'll give it a minute or two and see if the water eventually will condense, or the vapor will condense back to water and drip, drip, drip on the other side. Okay, you can definitely see the bubbles here. So the vapor is starting to go. I'm just going to pause this because I don't want to spend too much of your time. Okay, we've got some success here. You can see the drip, drip, drip of water dripping here. Okay, spin you around. You can definitely see the bubbling here. The vapor, water vapor goes inside. It actually even condenses a little bit here. But most of the condensation happens here. And drip, drip, drip. Let's taste. Not salty. Not tasty. I can taste the plastic inside there. But definitely not salty. Great success. Cool. Next one, chromatography.